Well, Foil, it's time to see yo homie die. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I didn't to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. This is very interesting. He has to become a giver, right? But that's such an interesting twist on the day. Like, part of me is thinking that Foil shouldn't become a giver, because ultimately I feel like his story should be about finding value in the natural ability of oneself, not just giving him the power system. But like, why? How does white stuff always end up in my hair? How does this happen? You know what? I forgot to brush too. Hold on. We gotta refine the whole. Got some nice, calm, juicy brush ASMR because the hair's actually bothering me. That's the only thing about having hair. I used to be bald, like almost every young kid used to be bald. But like, gosh darn it, now that I have hair, I actually got to take care of that bad boy. And the white thing, it's gonna bother me because I see it. It's gonna bother me because I see it. Okay, there we go. That one's gone. Leave. Be gone. It's not going to leave. But the hair looks slightly better and more puffy. So, but that's the thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with it, mainly because, unfortunately, unless you're going to be used for character development, I really don't expect any of the non-givers to be that plot relevant. And we set him up with the hammer, and clearly we're about to get guilt in chapter 125, the Faceless mob. So, like, it feels like everything's leading towards him becoming a giver. And I even saw people point out that a detail I had never noticed. Apparently, givers don't have this shine in their eye. See that little dot, that little white dot? They don't have that. It's like something you sacrifice in order to become a giver. Like, you give that away to whatever your item of choice is. And apparently, but not even apparently, I went back and looked. Yeah, Foil doesn't have that right before this flashback starts in chapter 124. So, technically, he may already be a giver. And if that's the case, that's fine. But it still is, it's a very interesting thing. But I guess he ultimately is rewarded with giverhood by, like, literally sacrificing himself as he did against the specific trash beast they were fighting. After punching that's the big hurdle that's I'm coming to come over. Not even just for like the narrative implications of, yeah, you really are useless until you become a giver. Then we can actually treat you as a proper cleaner. We can give you rights once you are a cleaner or a giver cleaner, not just a support cleaner. But also, sure, it's a reward that he's technically earned, but it's after he got mad at a 15-year-old and sucker punched him. But let's not waste more time and let's jump right into chapter 125, the fate of the Faceless mob. Very interesting. Let's see. Foil, like, looking at his home. Ooh, why is this trash piece? I like that. It's it looks like a very complicated moose. Interesting, and I like the patterning differences. I hope that's not like maybe blood or some like remnants of garments, but very interesting here. It reminds me of, and it's mainly because the DT extractor from Undertale just looks like a moose, but. Or at least, like, it's a weird. The design reminds me of the DT extractor from Undertale, and I'm only saying that because once again I'm in my weird Undertale kick. Never play that game. Never plan to. But I'm consuming content upon content upon content upon content. But I don't know why. I can't give you a logical reason why I do it. I just no. So I have fresh on the mind, and that's what this design reminds me of. I don't think there's any like cross inspiration. I think it's just a nice, really creepy looking trash piece. And honestly, it's one of the more organic looking ones, which I really like. But let's see. Uh-oh, is this the hammer? Let's see. I wonder if it got any bigger or if it still is the same tiny hammer that he had when he was a kid. Or that's not him at all. That's Zanka, isn't it? Am I tweaking? What are you doing here? Unless his homie already lost. And this is Zanka actually showing up as one of the leaders to take care of the problem. Oh, did his homie really get off screen? That'd be a crazy twist. But all right, it's been a minute since we've seen him in the narrative too, so I'm actually happy to have a spotting it, bro. It's been a while. Like ever since he lost the fight to Jabber, he's been gone, and I think that's purposeful, right? Like notably, the last mention we've had of him in modern times is very specifically Simu saying, "Hey, he's out on missions again. He's moving again. He's recovered physically." But like, I do genuinely wonder what's going to be up next for Zanka's arc. At least I think this is Zanka. Unless it's a stick. Yeah, it has to be Zanka. I don't know why I didn't recognize it. I really thought this was the guy, but I guess I'm probably supposed to believe that. Let's see. The fit and the stick go real crazy though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's see. Huh? Who's that? Clearly a giver, and like an actual cleaner. At least from what I would presume, considering the transformation state of the staff, he's definitely has already gone through his little backstory character arc that we saw a while ago. Like, now I think about it, A while. Like, how long ago was the Jabber fight? Because that was the last time he actually, like, fought. How long ago was that? It's been at least, like, 50 darn chapters, I swear. I don't know. I remember it taking place, like, considering that was one of the things that drew me into Gachiakuta. It wasn't just people requesting for me to review it, but also, like, I saw panels from it. That was one of the fights that I saw a bunch of panels from. Specifically, the fake-out panel of Zanka supposedly surpassing his limits and becoming extremely powerful when he's actually under the effects of Jabber's poison. So I remember when I came across that panel, I was like, whoa, this is relatively quick. I don't know. I thought this would be later in the manga. But it was there, so I do forget how long ago it was, but it's good to see him. Or even if it is just flashback version of him. Who's that? Oh, I hate to break it to Santa. They'll be giving gifts out on foot this year. Oh. Yeah, I guess that... I for some reason, whenever I think of horns, I think of, like, deer and moose. I forgot reindeer. They definitely do have this structure. And man, this is one of the... Already, even though it hasn't done anything but stand there, one of my favorite Trash Beast designs. And to specifically be like... to mess with it because it's a reindeer and say, sorry, Santa, you're gonna have to go on foot. That's a crazy little bar. But interesting. It's not too big. It's not too huge. But I wonder what its abilities are. I gotta show him what I can do. Yo, why? Once again, I'm gonna start doing it. Because I've been glazing manga art a whole lot more recently. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think it's because I personally, in fact, today technically was day 31 at the time of recording. I've been drawing every day. I've been making sure there's a new drawing every day. You can peep that over on the Instagram. I've been doing a daily drawing, essentially just to sharpen my skills, because I've been out of the traditional field. I've been doing a whole bunch of digital stuff, but now, while not doing as much digital, I'm going back to the basics. I have a whole bunch of empty sketchbooks that I'm slowly but surely filling one by one, bit by bit, piece by piece, like tackling all my weaknesses essentially. So maybe that's why I'm more art focused, which is, appropriate. But with that being the case, Orhana Sensei, they're joining the glaze conversation. Like, this image is gorgeous. From the musculature of the reindeer, to the different levels of shading on its bone-like structures and the horns, down to the deep dark black of the body contrasted by the musculature. Like, it's just so good. And it's so consistently good. That's the thing. When I glaze Nakaba Suzuki, I do glaze his character design and his character detail. But I also mainly glaze his monster design. He's another mangaka I cover. He does the series Fantasy, the Apocalypse, and Seven Deadly Sins. Nakaba Suzuki, I glaze him to the moon and back. But this is, unironically, at least in terms of design detail, and once again, I don't know how many, if any, assistants Orhana Sensei has. It's like a leveled up of what Nakaba does. It's different. It's a level up from Nakaba in terms of design detail and monster detailing and monster design, and a sidestep from Horikoshi. But I still think Horikoshi is just a little bit better. If only for, like, minor things. Like, I would, like, Gachiakuta and My Hero Academia are two manga where I say you can put them side to side, and just in terms of going band for band on detail, either could win depending on the day or the arc you're pulling from. And to be in league with Horikoshi at all in the weekly manga space, and of course Gachiakuta is 50-50 on weekly. It depends. I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure there's a weekly release schedule. That's how I review it. But still, regardless of that, for me to be able to say, oh, this is in league with Horikoshi, at least for me on an artistic front, that's like the highest level of praise I can give any weekly mangaka. I've given, like, other than Hori, who I've given, like, I typically, whenever I talk about artists and their art quality in manga, I'm like, they ain't Hori though, but, like, golly, just the detail in this image alone. I gotta show them what I can do. Ooh, interesting. Did it? Okay, so it did a slash motion with its horn. Interesting. Cause slash. Ooh, and I love how the slash itself tears through the cut or the SFX, which maybe got the gun. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, okay, interesting. So it's an earth manipulator, or at least seemingly. Oh, never mind. Maybe that's its horns extending and growing. But Zanka reacts. He blocks off the one, seemingly dodges the other. Ooh. Okay. Zug with the physical strength. I see you. All right. Clang. Ooh, he cooking. He said one horn down. The other horn, let's see. He's telling strangers his head. Come on. All right, let's see. Oh, he decapitated. Okay, Zanka, never mind. I see. You are, in fact, built like that buggeroo. Hitting the spin cycle on the stick, spear, staff thing in order to decapitate. Okay. And it looks like he's still in his training phase, though, at least for the givers and the cleaners, because, like, very specifically, he says I need to show them. I need to prove myself. So that's impressive. All right. Oh, and it was way bigger than I thought it was. Or at least it seems way bigger. Like, the way it was positioned here, I didn't think it was that humongous. But that's just a perspective trick. That thing was relatively huge. Okay, Zanka, I see you. I see you. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Even like, especially as a person who did specifically short distance, I did 400 meters because my coach didn't like me. That's what I always claim. He's a fantastic coach. But like, I did 400 meters out of spite. I was definitely a 100 meter, 200 meter dash kind of guy. But I get it. When you go for them bursts of and I like the detail that its spine is actually just a collection of signs. That's really, really neat. I like that detail. But I remember, even after like the shortest workouts, back when your boy, even when I was in shape though, I'd always be like huffing and puffing afterwards. We would do like 50 meter dashes, but considering we were always told go all out, move as fast as you can. Then that's the only way you're gonna get better. It's the only way you're gonna learn your limits. And, man, even the shortest burst of action can really do numbers to you. Let's see. Huh? Uh-oh, who is this? Engine? I'm presuming? Based on the thumb? Yeah, baby, it's Engine. Alright. Nice work. A freshly minted giver, but already using that vital instrument like a pro. All your hard work at the training academy is really paying off, Zanka. So yeah, this does take place well after, maybe not well after, but a while after. Why is it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at. I don't know why the camera quality doesn't transfer to OBS. Hold on a second. Let me see something. I get it. I'm looking chop right now. The bitrate's at its highest. Yeah. I don't know. Can I up the focus or something? There. Well, that's a bit better. Does it just get worse based on the screen size? I don't know. Even still, it looks like this image. My image is so grainy. Like I admittedly, I'm doing like a weird setup thing. Still, it's a less of a weird setup than what I used to do. But like, I'm still getting used to it. I want to figure out how to adjust the camera quality. And obviously, I just need to get like I need to cut horrifically in order to make sure I like actually be presentable. Because God, no, I'm always looking rough. But still, let's see. Paying off, Zanka. Dude, we were supposed to be observing the North Ward. And not only do you clean up a trash piece, but you make the trainee do it. When Simu... I'm not sure how to say her name. Simu? Semui? Simu? Like, I have no idea. But, let's see. When Simu finds out, hey, whatever she does to you, it's not my fault. My glorious King Gris. Let's see. Come on, Gris, you saw it. That kid cleaned up that ginormous trash beast all by himself. Yeah, I'll admit. One thing... Uh-oh. I was scared. It's okay. I was scared I messed something up. Ooh, sweet mother mercy. But the scale wasn't very well portrayed until Zanka landed on it. I'll admit. Like that it did give a little bit of a false illusion, but it definitely does make sense. And it makes sense because all the trash beasts are actually pretty large. Like they're pretty beefy fellows. Let's see. Come on, Gris. You saw it. The kid cleaned up that ginormous trash beast all by himself. Our Zanka is a fully fledged cleaner now. And he gets the big ego from it. Okay, he's struggling. Once again, I get that. That's the thing. I would never want to become a cleaner. Never. But then again, I also wouldn't be a firefighter. I wouldn't be an officer. I don't want to join any combat. No. I don't, like, one of these days, once I'm in, like, good, proper shape, and by proper shape, I mean barely proper shape, I probably do want to go and learn how to fight. Like, I do want to, like, at least learn, like, boxing or Muay Thai or something. Like, I want to go to an actual, like, sparring gym and, like, figure out that. Just in case. I hope I never have to use it. But when you're only 2 feet tall, people just love to fight you. So, just in case, I want to be prepared. But, yeah, I get it. The nerves are probably still extremely stressful. And also, he just seems a little bit into the engine praise, as we've known Zanka to be. He's a teeny... Okay, that's a lot. That's also a lot. He's freaky. We'll put it right in the middle. He's just freaky. Let's see. Wow. Wait, that's the cleaners? The cleaners came to help us. And the kid who beat the trash beast is a trainee? The trainee beat that monster? Woo! We gotta throw them the biggest welcoming party. Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's cool. I get, but interesting. So I really thought it was gonna be his homie. Hey, Mr. Cleaner, come have dinner at my restaurant. No, stay at my inn, free of charge. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it. But then again, I don't think the person will be worth it. Like, nah. Having the rest of my life, the person ain't worth it. But it looks like Foil. Ooh, he actually looks a little frog-eyed here. It looks like his eyes are out of focus. They're like, I can't even, like, forcefully do it. I'm worried about developing lazy eye, but, like, he looking in 2 different directions at once. I don't know how he's doing that. Let's see. It wasn't him. No, I mean, of course it wasn't him. I just assumed. I jumped to conclusions. If it was him, what was I expecting to see? His death! So you can take the hammer off his corpse. At least I'm still assuming that's what he did. Like there's no way he didn't like. There's no way his homie didn't die. He just said, "Ooh, that's a nice hammer." It'd be a shame if it went to waste and just scoop that bad boy up. I know you loot grab, bro. Let's see. The truth is, whatever that guy's doing now, I wanted to know, but I didn't want to know. I mean, the thing is though, I think a younger me gets that more than current me, because like now I'm kind of in a point where I just live life. Like even the people who I am still deeply connected to, or the people I used to be deeply connected to, it's like I worry about their well-being more than I worry about like what their actual actions are. Like if they're healthy, let them do whatever they want. I have a bunch of friends who do things I personally do not disagree with. But then again, I do many things my friends don't personally disagree with. Like making any manga content on the internet. A lot of my friends are still confused whenever they find out I do this. But still, regardless, and that's the thing. I'm more of a I'll keep you in my thoughts and hope that you're physically well. That's about all you got for me. I ain't doing much more. Let's see. I wanted to know, but I didn't want to know. If I saw him again, after he'd gotten even farther. Yeah, okay, see, yeah, that's the thing. I personally, then again, I'm trying to think. No, because there are a couple people I know personally who ended up being much more successful in the grand scheme of things than I have. But notably, I'm happy where I am. That's the big thing. Zanka is literally dissatisfied with life. At least for right now. Am I in the place I want to be? And in any aspect? Not really. Not in the place where I want to be financially. Not in the place where I want to be socially, in terms of like online success and stuff like that. Not in the place where I want to be in the professional world. None of that. Nowhere near any of that. But still, I'm happy. And I think that's the big thing that Foil struggles with. He at least seems like he's doing fine, but he's not happy with that. He wants to be more. He wants to be special. And I know people who are like that. And some of them succeed. Some of them did go on to be special in their own ways. But it's like a lot of them just end up in this like self-pitying or self-wallowing state where I've admittedly, like at least 2 people I know where I was like, I've tried to get you out of the state. I can't waste any more of my time, buddy. It's been nice knowing you, but as long as you're gonna be like this, I ain't here for the negative festival, dog. And that's the thing. That's why I always say I ain't the best of friends, because I'm not gonna stick with you through everything. If I fundamentally disagree with what your issue is, or what problem you have, or what things you plan to do, I will vanish in a heartbeat. My friendship is very conditional in terms of just don't do anything that's morally disagreeable with me. But of course, these things happen. Humans are humans. Let's see. Then I see the disparity. I know exactly how much better he is than me. Yeah, see that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And so essentially, this was just projection. Why he punched the 15-year-old is because he was looking at his friend. With him gone, I didn't have to panic about him widening the gap between us. But you knew he was. Let's see. I'd become dependent on that sense of relief, that gave me. But seeing how hard he tried to encourage me, that's a fact too. I won't change anything by sitting around. That guy's parents might know where he is. I want to be better than you. And like, the thing is though, I'm all for like having a rival. Or not even a rival, but like a friend you have a good competitive dynamic with, where like you're competing in certain aspects of life. Like, I do think that is healthy. But I think it's always healthier when it's actively two-sided. I think one-sidedly chasing somebody is like the worst thing you can do. Not even like just romantically, but like platonically. If you're only friends with a person, or you only think of a person in regards of, I need to beat them, that's a lot of negativity you're holding in you. Sure, is it nice to see that someone that you know personally has reached a certain point and you want to catch up? That, in my opinion, is nice. I've found out, at least recently, that apparently I'm that for some people, where they're like, whoa, you actually garnered a semi-decent following. I'm trying to be like you for real. Like, oh, that's cool. But like, don't base your entire life around chasing somebody else. Like, that's not, you got one life. Don't waste it. But let's say, I want to be better than you. Oh, shoot. At least he's not homeless. But darn, did he just give up? What happened? Well, he probably got older and then realized how rough the world is. But still, interesting. I like this dad design. I don't know why. We're probably not going to see it again, but interesting. Like, that's a very dynamic build. Let's see. Darn. Yeah. So he just hard game so foiled. But that's the thing, and that is really a bad thing. There have been times where I've gone long stretches, like literally half a decade, not talking or seeing somebody, and then I see them, and I've had both where like they've done really, really well. I'm like, sweet mother mercy, good work, man. And also, that's not okay. That's fine. So we're like I've had to have the reaction of like, let me not react too externally here. Let's keep a mostly neutral face. so hey, but you know what? I like it. So, and ironically enough, it's here. Foil surpassed them, but it looks like that mania still lasted. That inadequacy from his youth, it never resolved itself. But interesting that he only does this now. I wonder why the girl didn't check on him. Because presumably, maybe she knew, maybe she didn't. That's still strange, though. Go away, Foil. I'm done with all this. So he didn't steal the hammer off his corpse. Stole the hammer just in general. When you're just a part of the Faceless mob, you'll never be a giver. But, oh yeah, so never mind. So this man fell off the cliff even harder than Foil did. Because Foil, at least like he didn't give up, which may be a bad thing. But he didn't give up. Looks like this guy, he found he just wasn't built for it and then just gave up. When you're just part of the Faceless mob, you'll never be a giver, no matter how hard you try. It's just a thing. I'm just a random nobody. I can care about it all I want, but there's no way it'll ever respond. The spark in your eyes when you glare at me made me feel like I was falling behind. Ooh! Ooh! Now see that. Now that's interesting. That's it. Ooh! Ooh! I'm trying to, like, notably, there's only one person in my whole existence where I would say they were like, and they still are, I guess in a way, but like, where they're like a life rival, but then again, it was active between the both of us, since we knew each other from a super duper young age, and we were just like, well, shoot, I gotta be better. Then it was just like a back and forth. He did certain sports, I did certain sports. He did certain school activities, I did certain school activities. He took a specific path later in life, I took a specific path later in life. And we do check in on each other all the time, being like, hey, how you doing? Huh? What your gains looking like? Like, and admittedly, he's low-key the reason I started going to the gym more consistently, if at all. Because I was like, darn, he's getting in real good physical shape. Wait, he's lighter than me now? I can't. Like, it's like I immediately have to lock in after that. And I think that's healthy. That's good. I think, because ultimately that dynamic is one that I cherish one of my most cherished dynamics. Because it's like, we are constantly competing to make each other better. But not, like, I wouldn't describe it as a rivalry. But at the same time, I guess that's literally what the definition of it is. This, though, like, subconscious toxic feelings towards oneself and others, that's not encourageable, but it does happen. It does happen. This is a very realistic writing. Let's see. It made me feel like I was falling behind. I got away from you, but I still wasn't free from you. Foil, you're gonna stop tagging along after me. Go be a cleaner. Buy it. But see, you can't have both. You can't have both saying the spark in your eyes when you glare at me made me feel like I was falling behind. You can't say that and then be like, when you're gonna start tagging along. You can't have both, buddy. It's either one or the other. Either he's chasing after you, or you're chasing after him. Then again, that role can flip progressively. That's the thing. That's the thing about life. Almost nothing. No, literally, life is never stagnant. It may seem stagnant in a macro sense, but like on a micro sense, you are always getting older. Your body is always changing. You are literally dying and being reborn every single second of every single day. Like there's the passage of time is ever eternal and all moving. So things are consistently changing. So thusly, you can be in a place where you were chasing and then they're chasing and you're chasing and they're chasing and you're chasing and they're chasing and you're chasing, and it's just ever flipping. But hop off me, bro. Let's see. Go be a cleaner by yourself for all I care. Take that piece of junk with you and get lost. Boy, I ought to take this hammer and beat. Wait, is he gonna take it and beat him with it? Wait. Why are you coming to? Maybe you're used to it. Wait, what? I just. Oh, okay. So he wanted a more rivalry-based dynamic. Okay. So he wanted that specifically, but he just couldn't. But then again, he may have never asked. And I guess that's the thing. When I think of my rival, quote unquote, It's not like we sat down one day and was like, let's be anime rivals. Like, we never did that. But it was just like, he succeeded. And then I succeeded. And then I succeeded, and then he succeeded. And we just noticed that our successes did parallel each other a lot, even if they were in completely different fields. Like, I did track and field, he did football. I did theater, he did the band. Like we just were in like parallel spaces. And of course, we weren't exact equals. Like I never had to race against him. He never did track. But of course, he never had to compete against me in football. I didn't do football because I'm scared to get hurt. Because I'm a baby. I'm a big old baby, and I don't want to get hurt. But that's the thing. That like dynamic was more organic, and then eventually acknowledged by us, like literally right before we graduated. Like we were like, oh yeah, I guess we kind of all have been doing this. Let's see who can live a better life. And then we've been on that course ever since, and we've been homies ever since. But something like that, where you can't acknowledge it, it's not mutual. I can't lean and rock with that. I wanted to be a good rival for you. That's all. I wanted to show that even people like us could be somebody. I wanted us to prove it together. See, if that's the thing. That's why you gotta talk. Like, it's so strange to say it like this, but the best ability that we humans have is the ability to communicate. We don't do it because of societal pressures and also like our own fears of communication. But literally, talk to people. Talk to anybody. The more you talk, not only the better you'll get at it, like everything in life, the more you do something, the more experience you'll get at it, and technically the better you get at it. Also, it will solve so many of your problems if you just speak. If you have an issue with somebody, speak to them about it. If you like somebody, speak to them about it. If you want to be friends with somebody, speak to them about it. If you see someone in public and you're not going to be weird or mean about it, don't be weird or mean. But that's the thing. That's once again the societal standards where I'm like, what my definition of weird or mean is completely different from other people's. Then go talk. Go talk. If I can think of many of the friendships and connections, even if they didn't last, the interactions I would have never had if I was just sitting and like hiding away. Speak. Let's see. I wanted us to prove it together. Oh shoot, Rudo! How are you gonna get? Oh well, he probably. I don't see it in this panel, but he presumably has Tamsy's string wrapped around him. I hope. I don't see any other tech he could use to get back up. Foyo! Let's see, he's diving. The dynamism behind, like, man, I got it. I'm just gonna make a separate video. Because I can't spend every Gachiakuta review glazing around a sensei's art and artistic vision and dynamism. Like I know some of y'all probably get tired of it, so I'm not gonna go through it even that. But like, man, the posing, it's immaculate. Let's see. He's crying tears. Oh, closes his eyes. Don't worry, rival of mine. I won't let it end its existence as junk. Is he really gonna die for Roto's character development? Wait. I mean, I'm not gonna care that much still, because I still disagree with the punching a 15-year-old, but we're going the character development route. Rudo, this is my treasure. I want you to use it. That's the end of the... Of course, a W chapter, though. A W chat. Once again, even if I fundamentally disagree with both Foyo and his homie, and I do like the twist that... like the starting twist of the chapter being that it was Zanka and the cleaners, and ultimately leading into the reveal that his friend just gave up on life and everything. Like, that is fantastic, yank the rug out from under you writing, and fantastic realistic character writing. That's fantastic. Like, once again, while I definitely do agree with the common consensus that, man, you shouldn't have punished a 15-year-old, it is coming from a sense of understanding. And while I am not... Ooh, what the heck? That thing's leaking. That's no good. But while I don't co-side on anything that Foyo or his friend ended up doing, I can understand it. I've seen it. And ultimately, that kind of complex character writing works in narrative, so overall, Rana Sensei cooked. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave my treasure in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to this channel. Also, I do want to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. You things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include the live reactions, we have the series item to review, and free variations of all my videos. And if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, we have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can just drop 5 beans for a short video, or 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier, XZ, G Prosper, Planet Crone, Zeta, and Brandon Payne. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, and A+A. And then I'd like to give a huge thank you to our Ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchiha, Yuki Ally, and Carlo Alaimo. Then I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Overlord Zero, Waki Minoz, and Idemo Kami. Then I'd like to give a final legendary top of the line thank you to our That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, the glorious king, Calvin Elder.